So here are two things I learned from a book I read called The Millionaire Mind. And the first thing I learned was to stay out of debt. Debt is the number one reason why businesses go bankrupt. And that goes for small businesses, medium-sized businesses, and large-scale businesses. If you look at over the last 20 years and you look at how many businesses that went bankrupt or went out of business, it's mainly because of debt. Oftentimes, a lot of these companies and the board of directors in these companies will buy a company using debt, will fire a lot of the staff, and then what they'll do is they'll sell that company with that debt attached to the new buyer. Then the new buyer goes out there and he will look for more debt to buy the company, and then does the same cycle. And all what's happening is that company is just incurring more and more debt as that company is bought and sold or traded. So, as a business owner, the number one goal has to be to stay out of debt or take on low interest debt. The more debt you have, the quicker you'll be out of business. The more debt you have, the lower cash flow you can have. And you don't want to get into a situation with your debt where you are taking on more debt to refinance your old debt. Don't do that. Also, you have housing debt. If you have a house, you really want to try to pay more mortgage payments so you can try to eliminate that debt as soon as possible. Whatever other little money you have, use that on your mortgage payment. Because instead of it being 30 years that you have that amount, you can maybe pay it off in 20 years or 15 years. So, and it just gives you a sense of security. So, also another thing with this is stay out of that credit card debt as well. Credit card debt isn't good because obviously the same scenario is that it eliminates your cash flow, and also it isn't good to do business because it's going to take away from the overall business, So that's the first thing. Stay out of debt or try to take on low debt as much as possible. The second thing I really like in this book was he talked about this concept of the low-hanging fruit. Now, what is the low-hanging fruit? Well, it means that you go for opportunities that's the easiest to get. Opportunities that don't take a lot of effort, a lot of energy, and that's easy for you to do. And whatever industry you're in, it's in baseball, some folks you try to go for the home run, but no, just try to get to first base. That's it. Just get to first base. Then get to second base. Then get to the third base. Then get to the fourth base. Don't try to you can try, but it's not ideal. Just go for the first base, get there. And I bet you it's a higher percentage of people going to the first base versus getting a home run. So just take that mindset with you as you're navigating your business space, as you're navigating your company. Go for the low-hanging fruit, whatever it is, low-hanging fruit. Until the next time, take care.